Hello and welcome back, everybody. Akmal Deal here, and this, as you can probably tell already by the fact that the thumbnail is the tile screen and literally in your face, that this is going to be a different kind of video. So obviously, this is still going to be a guide. This will be focusing on new rerollers coming into the game, and as well as those who have been in the game and/or are returning and are looking to summon on the upcoming full-blown Gala banner, where it's got every single Gala adventurer currently to date on the game. This will be going over which ones are good, which ones are not that good, and where your currency could potentially go into. Now, though, obviously, because we're getting free multis, I will recommend you guys do wait out a little bit. Because, well, you would rather get the unit for free rather than spending all of your currency just to pity it. So I will say, do your free multis first. Just if it turns out you are unlucky and you do spend currency, this will at the least dictate what is good. So before we continue any further, I am going to have more guides up. This is just the first of many. I'm going to balance this as well as actual third Anni content. So be sure to subscribe for more of that, and I have more links in the description down below. So now moving into it, for you rerollers now. What are you looking for when you reroll? Well, just to immediately start off, you want to do pairs, all right? Meanwhile, you do want to go for a Gala unit and a Gala dragon, but you want them to match accordingly. Say, for example, you want 2 fire galas rather than like a wind and a light gala. It will just make your progression a lot easier and make you be able to do that sort of content a lot quicker rather than you having like a mix match of stuff when you start out. So now now rerollers, also I do have a video in the description down below showing the rerolling process. And well, I know I do say recommendations, but you're only watching it for the rerolling process. Then you can come back to this video, because now we're going to go into the recommendations. So here are some units that are going to be incredibly good. I will be going from left to right, by the way. I'm also going to show the wiki and quickly explain what makes each unit shine. So we have Gala Alex, Gala Shell, Gala Euden, Gala Leonidas, Gala Mascula, and Gala Not. Alright, I also have highlighted here, if a unit does have a mana spiral available to them, or those who need the spiral in order for them to be very good. So when it comes to these units, they are incredibly good without the mana spiral, but their potential spiral is just enhancing their kit even further. So now to very quickly, explain just a little bit. Gala Leonidas here. He is an incredibly good unit, very recommended for fire teams, mainly because he is best on the most endgame content at the moment, being Rise of the Sinister Dominion. He shines so damn well. He makes it a literal breeze. He is definitely a recommended unit to pick up. Gala Mascula is a little bit more of a recent addition, I would say. He has lots of AoE, very good amps, which is a unique kind of buff, and lots of hits. That's something else nowadays. If a unit can hit a lot, aka like his high hit counts. He is very good. He once again makes endgame content pretty easy, so he's most definitely a recommended unit. Someone else was Gala Not on this list. So Gala Not, kind of similar to Leonidas, not really. She isn't as required as Leonidas is, but she has lots of dispels, lots of burst damage, a unique transformation, and a great chain coab. It's pretty much the same as the Gala Luka, but obviously for the wind variation. Dual res, just very solid unit. And can also be very great on auto teams as well. Just a very solid unit all around. Moving on to light now. Gala Euden. Or Gala Prince, as what this game says. So with him, he is dragons, all right? His core ability is built around dragons. Chain Coab, built around dragons. His abilities, built around dragons. Meanwhile, his kit itself, it's built a little bit more around supporting, but it can dish out a good bit of damage. He is just a very, very strong unit, very flexible, very, very good. He is also someone I would recommend you do pick up. And the reason why I have 2 darks on here is because they kind of serve a little bit of different purposes, but they're both incredibly good. Gala Alex is just damage. Alright? She has something unique to her called skill chains. Other units do have it, but she was the first one to introduce this mechanic and does this probably the best, where it's literal borderline skill spam. The S1 and the S2 are both incredibly good. She has reduced a reduced defense punisher, a poison punisher, dual res. Just incredibly good. Just so much damage she can do. She is pretty much a must-have unit. She's really, really good. And moving on to Gala Shell, she definitely shines a lot more on the more endgame content, being a Dominion right now. Just very, very... I'm probably saying, like, and just a lot, but it's my comfort words. Very, very good. Force Strike, Gala Cat, Dual Res, Shadow Blight Punisher, can fulfill a little bit of a sporty stuff. Mainly shines in Asor right now. Still very solid unit. I would recommend you also pick her up. So now moving back onto this, I did talk about all those. So now moving on to other good dragons. We have Galamars, and these are all reborn dragons. So I'll just to name off the reborns: Reborn Agni, Reborn Zephyr, Reborn Poseidon, Reborn Jean, and Reborn Nidhogg. These are all very, very good units. I'm going to talk about Mars, then just generally what the Reborns do, because of how similar all the Reborn dragons are. So, Galamars, very quickly, what makes him very good? He's an amazing main dragon, alright? When you main a unit, you typically want Mars, alright? So, not only can you use his skill twice, that boosts his strength by 20% each. Very, very good. When you end Shapeshift, you gain 100% skill prep. This is incredibly broken. Because with certain units, like say for example, Gallianitis, where as long as you can get good hit combos, you gain Dragon Gauge. You can start to spam dragons, then proceed to spam skills. He is very, very strong, very powerful. Then also, whenever you have above 50% HP, you just have 90% strength. And 70% of it is just guaranteed outright. He is really, really good. I highly recommend you try and get Mars. He's a broken dragon. He's very good. Now to then quickly go over the Reborns. I'm going to go over what generally makes them very good, which is in their abilities. So 70% strength, that's standard, but this is what makes them very, very good. All right, you get 30% damage modifier against wind-attuned enemies and enemies with no elemental attunement for 45 seconds every time you fill the Dragon Gauge by 10%. AKA, once when you start getting on the Dragon Gauge up, this is nearly staying on all the time because of how long it lasts. This is very, very good. All the Reborn Dragons have this. This just makes them incredibly good, not even as AI, but still also as main dragons. They're all very, very strong, very recommended. So now that's it for like must-haves. Here are some other options that are like not as good, but still you can start with and get the ball rolling very, very well. So units, we have Gala Audric, Gala Cleo, Gala Ellie San, Gala Laxi, Gala Leaf, Gala Luka, Gala Mim, and Gala Zena. Alright. Now though, as now, as you can see here, we finally have the needs of the mana spiral icon on some of these characters. Now, I will say this right now. Most of these, they don't need the spiral to be very good. This just makes them to absurd levels. So I'll be talking about these guys first very quickly. So let's just hop into it immediately. This is a future Akamel in here right now because I was slightly dumb and I completely forgot that I had Gallaranzel. So very quickly, this is the correct image right here. Feel free to screenshot it accordingly. But then also very quickly talk about Gallaranzel while I'm in here right now. Gallaranzel, he doesn't need his spiral per se because all his spiral does is that it just enhances his kit pretty damn well. He can still operate incredibly well with those standard attacks and force strikes, filling up his own unique bars, than him just doing his S1, doing lots and lots of damage. Still dual res, still has an ability that increases his own skill damage. He's just a pretty damn good unit. He's also a lot of fun. He can do a little bit of shredding with his unique force strikes. Pretty good unit. Pretty good. So now I'll kick it back over to present Akamel for this. Sorry for the brain deadness, I guess. I apologize though. We will talk about Gala Ellie San first, right? So Gala Ellie San, what just makes her very good, especially with her spiral, is that her first skill not only is a general buff, but a unique strength buff that also has healing built in. It's very good. The S2 is typically fine, and just that's pretty much what makes her very good. Also, just outright a defense increase as well. Like, she just becomes dumb. All right, she becomes a dumb support, a dumb tank. She's very strong with her spiral. Even without her spiral, still 30% a general buff strength is very nice. The S2 does not change. Still dual res, which is very good, and prime strength, we don't typically talk about that. She's still very good. Her spiral just makes her absurdly dumb good. Galaxy, even without her spiral, she's still pretty good. But well, with her spiral, she gains a dual affliction, being burn and scorch rend, versus without her spiral, it's only burn. And just everything else is increased from there with her still having access to her dual res. Like, that's what truly makes her good. The fact that she gains a dual affliction, which you will learn quickly, those are pretty valuable in this game. Very valuable. Galacleo. Her spiral, this makes her survive in Dominion, because beyond that, she is mainly used for Agito and below. That's where she can truly shine. But with her spiral, she can at least survive. So this is why she is still solid. Not exactly someone you could truly go for, but still pretty damn good. And the last one on this is Gala Luka. Now I'm saying this right now. Pre-spiral, he's still a broken unit. Like he's just good. He's just dumb good still, regardless. Really the only thing that's like really added on with his spiral is the fact that he then has a dual res. Right, this is the biggest thing for him, as well as a unconditional crit rate boost. Both of those make him really good. But even without those, you can still manage perfectly fine without his mana spiral. He's still dumping so much numbers. He can carry your light DPS incredibly well. So yeah, he's still really good. To talk about others now very quickly. Gala Audric, he is one of the most recent Galas to be added into this game. He has what Gala Alex has to as where he is a skill chain. He dispels just outright off of one of his skills, which is incredibly good. He does flash burn, but then also flash burn Punisher under the correct conditions, still very good. Critical damage, Coab, very nice. He also gains attack rate, does work under a Nihility, which is very nice. A dual res, and can also make the enemies enter the break state a little bit quicker. Very solid unit. Very, very good. I like him a lot personally. I really do. He's so much fun to use. Gala Luka. He even though it says attack unit, he does, well, you know, defense unit, apologies. He does fall a little bit more under the supporty role. His main thing is that he has two stances. Stance 1 does things, then stance 2 does things as well. His thing is that he can attack down, defense down, and poison. Your job is to just cycle through them accordingly. Coab is a Punisher, which is very nice. Dual res, as well as his attack down and defense down, lasting a pretty good while. Overall, he's a good bench. I wouldn't put him as a main, really, because we just have so many wind swords in the game. He's a nice unit. He's just a nice unit to own. Gala Mim now, to very quickly go over her. There's a lot when it comes to her. She is outside of Dominion, so like Aito and below, she is one of the most broken units in the entire game. Alright, so S1, you gain Dragon Gauge as well as Strength. Very good. S2 becomes a pretty solid skill once when you transformed once. Dragon Claws, transform up to 3 times, you get a general strength buff. Very nice. You have burn and stun res. It's not the dual res we want, but she's still pretty damn nice for a lot of content. Once when you transform once, you will obviously then S2 will become buffed. But however, every transformation onward beyond that, you will gain strength 15%, transform into Hybrid Hilda instead, and also your attack rate while shapeshifted will increase, meaning even more dragon damage. So building her dragon damage is going to be very good. Mars on her especially, when paired with a correct shared skill, she becomes a incredibly broken dragon damage spam unit. Very, very powerful. She almost broke the game. And also, she's so much fun to use. I love using her. She's great. Now the last unit under the still solid category is Gallaranzel. Just outright, she has someone better, being Hildegard. Hildegard is just an amazing healer. She's still a nice healer. The thing about her is that she then has access to a unique 4-strike charge, to as of where it can nuke. It can literally nuke the overdrive bar and get into the break state very, very quickly. Something else very unique about her that does make her very good is that she can increase strength by an amount equal to amount of passive HP via dragons and Wimprints, right? We do have HP boosting Wimprints, and we do have HP boosting dragons. So say, for example, you equip regular Jean and Study Rabbits onto her. Just by adding numbers, she gains 68% HP. This is converted into strength, so therefore it becomes an HP and strength dragon. This means she can heal and do damage very, very well. So she's also a very, very good unit to have on hand. And with that now, still solid. They are nice. You can start an account with them just fine. So how about dragons? A dragon. Apologies on that one. So to quickly talk about Volk, right? To quickly talk about Volk. He is the most recent Gala Dragon to have dropped outside of Bahamut, obviously. So what makes him incredibly good is that he has the potential to outdamage Gala Reborn Zephyr but you need to be careful with him, alright? You need to be careful, mainly because you can get afflictioned incredibly easy. So, like, you can get burned, you can get poisoned. Even when you have 100% resistance, he can still make it happen. So in short, you become a little bit frailer. But, however, you can then deal afflictions near guaranteed, and also have a duration increase for Poison and Stormlash, as well as having a Punisher for Poison and Stormlash enemies. And also, unconditional strength 100%. He is very, very strong, but you need to be careful with him. You need to be very, very careful. That's why I recommend you get Zephyr over him, because Zephyr is just a much, much safer option, a lot more user-friendly. So now we're going to move into units who, if you pull them, you should reroll anyway, because they need something else. So, unfortunately, Gallaranzel is the only unit on this list, because, oh boy, she has quite a... She needs a lot more to her kit in order for her to be usable. Because right now, it is solid damage, that's it. Buffs that are cancelled out by Nihility, okay chain collab, and everything is cancelled by Nihility. So therefore, she's only okay damage. So she needs a lot more added onto her. We still do not have her Spiral. So her Spiral can be redeemable for her. We're just waiting on it. Towards which we joke that Cygames hates Saris. So therefore we don't expect Spirals, because like every Saris is bad in the game. Like no offense, but it's just every Saris is bad. So that's it for Saris now. And for dragons, we have Thor and Cat Sith. So when it comes to Thor, very quickly, he is used for Agito and below content. Because what makes him special is energy levels, and energy levels are absolutely destroyed in Nihility. This could change, but as of right now, he is destroyed by Nihility. Do not summon for him. You are much better off with Gala Reborn Jean, who is actually usable in like all forms of content. And to wrap this up, we're going to talk about Gala Cat Sith. So what makes Cat Sith unique is that she does absurd skill damage. Alright? She makes your adventurers do absurd levels of skill damage. The only thing is that she grants a limited number of them. You only gain them by either getting hit count or transforming and getting out of your transformation. Those are the only ways you can acquire them. So if you have a unit that goes through skills quickly, you could potentially burn out of these, and they are doing literally wet noodle damage after that. But however, she can still be used, but she's not used in Nihility because this is cancelled out by Nihility. So you're pretty stumped with this one. So that's why I say you should not summon for her. She still usable, but not used in the most endgame of content. So on that note, that is going to be it for this video, because yeah, that is a white screen. So that's going to be it. Hopefully you guys did end up enjoying this video. Hopefully you guys can now know what units to summon for. Just if you have any other questions, feel free to comment. I know me or maybe even other people will try to get to you on an answer. And expect more guides very, very soon, so do consider subscribing and also checking out other links while you're in that general section in the description down below. So until tomorrow, I'll see you all next time. See ya.